Hi, everybody. We did it. We survived another election season. Or at least I'm betting we have. You see, I'm recording this in advance. When I'm doing this, it's actually Monday morning. So I have no idea who won. I have no idea about anything like that. I have no idea if anybody's declared a winner. I have no idea if civilization still exists. At least what we had of it. But I'm pretty sure it does. So I'll say to you future folks, from those of us in the past, good luck and God bless. At least the political ads are over for a couple years. Anyway, usually about now, people start talking about the laws they want to pass. How certain laws may make things better, how they might make them worse, or whatever, but however it goes, I'm cynical enough to expect that the laws are certainly going to make things more expensive. Never seems to go the other way, imagine that. Laws have kind of always been the bane of humanity. I mean, not that we should yearn for anarchy, that's always worked out worse. But no sane person will yearn for that chaotic state of affairs. But thing is, every year so many laws get passed. We have so many, it's impossible to know them all. Yet a precept of our laws are that ignorance of the law is no excuse. So if you don't have encyclopedic knowledge of the law that even lawyers and judges don't have, you're still held liable. Good luck with that. There's even a book out there called 3 Felonies a Day, with the premise that there are so many federal laws that the average person in the United States ends up committing 3 federal felonies in the course of an average day. And that's to say nothing of the minor misdemeanors and the smattering of infractions that we commit as well. But our inability to obey the law isn't anything new. If you read through the Old Testament, and I mean not just the easy bits like the historical accounts, but I mean through the laws, the regulations, that kind of thing, you get the idea that there were a lot of ways to put a foot wrong. In fact, Paul points out in Romans, humans couldn't keep the law. That was kind of the point. The law existed to show how we could have a relationship with God. Problem is, humanity couldn't keep the law. These failures are what we call sin. We might ask why God even bothered with the law then, but that goes right back to His holiness, and we don't really understand what His holiness truly is. Nor do we truly understand, how sin conflicts with that holiness. Those are completely other topics, though, and we kind of have enough to chew on as it is. So here we are. We have a law we can't keep. And this is why God sent Christ as the Redeemer. He was perfect. He did keep it perfectly. He was unstained by sin. He could be our sacrifice, take the punishment we'd earned. But even knowing about Jesus, even knowing the forgiveness, the freedom we find there, you know what Christians did? We tried to go right back to the law. Yay us. Several books in the New Testament deal with this, our innate desire to tack on yet more rules. We know we couldn't keep the rules there were. We know we needed forgiveness for our failures, but we went and made yet more rules anyway. We call this legalism, the tendency to follow rules instead of following Jesus. It's not that Jesus makes it so there's no rules at all, but let's face it, trying to be like Christ is hard enough. Why make more rules? We've probably all met Christians who've eagerly partaken in legalism. We may have been those Christians at certain times. Do this, don't do that, wear this, not that, eat this, not that, that type of thing. Make sure you're doing this list of things all the time. Don't ever do those things. And funny, none of these rules ever seem to be quite mentioned in the Bible. Oh, people are good at making it sound like they are, but they're not. As Paul said, we're under grace, not under law. We're not freed so we can act as though we have no restraints, but we're freed so we can serve Christ without restraint. Right and wrong still exist, but now we can do the work of God without worrying about whether we're crossing every T and dotting every I and, keeping up with every last thing. So don't let people tack on all kinds of rules to following Jesus. There's a reason that legalists often get exposed as hypocrites. They can't keep those rules either. Instead, focus on Jesus. Try to be like Him. When you fail, apologize and try again, because our God is a God who gives second chances, and third chances, and fourth chances, and so on. And boy, aren't I glad. Because if He didn't, Well, I probably would have collected a few lightning bolts long before now. With the law, you fail once, it's punishment time. So I'm thankful God isn't constantly dropping new laws on us. I'm thankful we have a Redeemer who has obtained forgiveness for us. I'm thankful we are free to serve Him without fear. So this November, however all the voting went yesterday, let's still be thankful. No matter who wins, no matter who loses, we still serve a God in heaven who loves us, who cares for us, who has had grace upon us. We can still be thankful. Thanks. Have a good week.